everybody, welcome back to Bare Ice. Skate Canada took place this past weekend, and I mean, at this point, I feel like we can just go head on and crown Valieva the Olympic champion, because I mean, damn. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into this. Winner of the women's event by a massive landslide was Russia's Kamila Valieva. Now, coming into this, I pretty much figured this was hers to win or lose. I didn't think she would win it in this kind of fashion. I mean, she broke her own record for a free skate score. It was 180.89 points. As a competitor, I feel like you'd have to look at that and just everything inside you just deflates a little bit. Like, there's no way. Who else can post a score like that? I mean, I don't even know that Sasha Trusova, if she were able to come out and hit everything, could put up a score that big. Like, it's basically insurmountable at this point. And oddly enough, I have to say she pretty much deserved it. I was impressed with her. I feel like Kamila has grown a lot in the last year. It seemed like before, like she had the pretty skating and the jumps and everything. She was a little iffy sometimes with the jumps, like she'd get in her own head or whatever. She seems more comfortable out there on the ice and confident in what she can do, and she's performing. She's really performing. I thought she did such a great job keeping the performance up. She was smiling. She was, connecting with the judges. You could tell that she was actually really enjoying what she was doing out there. The short program was great. The triple axel was good. It wasn't as good as it can be. She landed just a little crooked on the edge, so there was a bit of a rocking edge on her landing, but it was still clean. Everything else was great. She came very close to hitting that world record score that Alena Kostornaia still holds. I don't think it's going to hold much longer, because the scary thing about Kamila's scores right now are these are just her scores starting off. She's hitting 84 in the short program, 180 in the free skate, and this is just the first competition. This is her first appearance on the Grand Prix. She's got another competition that she's skating in, plus the final. And basically the way that it goes in this sport, if you skate well, your scores continue to rise. So I wouldn't be shocked if by the time she gets to the final, she's scoring somewhere around 86 to 87 for her short program. And I mean, she could get all the way up to 185 plus in her free skate. And like I said, as a competitor, you've got to be like, ah, crap. What can you do? Like, what can anybody do? I don't know, but I will say that it's hard to find stuff that I don't like about her, which is just a little odd. Her programs could be better. There are definitely skaters out there with better programs, but she presents them well. The bolero is growing on me. It's still not my favorite, but she makes it work. The spins are there. The jumps are there. The skating skills are there. She's performing now, which used to be my main gripe with her, was the fact that she wasn't really performing, but she's doing it now. So I'm like, okay, I can't pick her apart that much. I really can't. I mean, she is going to be damn near impossible to beat this year. If she goes out and skates well, I don't think anybody can touch her. But if she goes out and falls or kind of starts messing up, that's where she'll leave the door open. Overall, I am thoroughly impressed with Miss Valieva. I dare say I am a fan. I've always been impressed by her, but I wasn't necessarily a fan of hers. But she's winning me over. She's winning me over. I thoroughly enjoyed her free skate. That much I definitely can say. Best of luck to her at her next competition. And sorry for everybody else. I mean, boy, it would suck to be a competitor nowadays. Coming in second here was Russia's Elizaveta Tuktamysheva, or as I like to call her, Miss Lisa T. I was so impressed with her. Again, I marvel at the fact that she's been at this for so long. She debuted back in 2011, if I'm not mistaken, and she's one of those skaters who has not just been at the top forever. She started off great, and then she kind of fell off, and then she came back, and then she kind of fell off, and then she came back. She's one of those kind of roller coaster skaters that she's endearing. There's something very endearing about her, not only because she continues to fight back and she seems to just be getting better, but she's just so much fun. I really enjoy her programs this year. I think she's got a good set of programs, especially her free skate. That first free skate that she had back in 2015, the Sandstorm one, I think that's where she kind of found the formula for what really works for her. She does well with up-tempo music and kind of high energy programs because she's such a great performer. She can really pull the crowd in and get everybody clapping and cheering. And That's what she was able to do in the competition here in her free skate. Her short program was good. That triple axel is just a money jump for her now, as she does not seem to miss it very much, and I think that's great. I am wondering whether or not she got away with a no call on her combo though. Her triple Lutz triple toe was very tight, and in the replay, it looked like that triple toe might have been under, or at least a Q, but she got no kind of call on it, which means she got full credit for it, didn't lose any of the GOE. I don't know if she got away with that or not. One other thing that I'm seeing for Alysa T is that her program component scores have seen a little bit of a bump. In the past, it seemed like most of her scores were hovering like around a low to mid 8, maybe. And now she's in the mid to high 8s all the way into the 9s. Like, she got 9s for performance and interpretation in her short program and also in her free skate as well. The free skate was very enjoyable. Like I said, I really like this free skate on her. She had one issue. She landed her triple flip a little wonky. Just, it looked like she rushed the takeoff, but landed on the quarter turn, lost about a point for it, but everything else was great. Both triple axels were beautiful. She performed her ass off as always. She looked like she was having a blast. Again, I can't be mad at her. I really can't. I feel like some of the scores, particularly in the component scores, are a little inflated. But, I mean, she is the world silver medalist, and this is figure skating. You know, the judges don't necessarily judge what they see. It's a reputation game, and she has been skating very well for the past 2 seasons, even with last season being a weird kind of season. She did well last season. She's the world silver medalist, and she came out and she delivered, so her scores are going to be high. So, there you go. I'm really happy for Alysa T. Whatever issues I have with her scoring, there's something about her that just makes me want to cheer for her, because she's not the typical Russian skater. She's keeping pace with these teenagers, and she's considered quote unquote old in skating. She's 24 years old. You know, by the time the Olympics roll around, she'll be 25, and she is right on the heels of these other skaters. And I love that about her. I love her longevity in the sport. I love her passion for it. I love that she keeps going, and I love that she's doing great. So whatever other issues I have with her, that I definitely respect her for. So congrats to Alysa T on the silver medal here. Coming in third here was Alena Kostornaia. Overall, it wasn't a terrible outing for her. It could have been better. I'd say coming back, this is a good start for her. She debuted 2 new programs here. In the short program, I'm on the fence about the New York program. I like it. I actually like it, but I hate the first cut of the music. It's just way too slow and depressing and dreary, and you think they're talking about somewhere that is not New York. If you've ever heard the original song, it's an upbeat song that's just singing the praises of New York as this bustling town that doesn't sleep, and it's energetic and it's happy. And at the beginning of this program, it's just so sad, like the person's putting you to sleep. I don't know what the thought was behind starting off the program on such a sad and horrible note and then picking it up in the middle when the Liza Minnelli part kicks in, where it's this big music with energy and it's grand, and Alena just comes to life when she starts performing it. Why not use that version throughout the whole thing? In terms of her jumps, she went for the triple axel, landed it on the quarter turn, which means she lost a little bit, but everything else was okay, except she lost quite a few points on her step sequence, only earning a level 2, and then also lost a level on her spin. So that 75 probably would have been closer to about a 77 had she got those levels. So hopefully that's something they can go back and fix. Also, in terms of her component scores, they're a little bit lower than what she was used to getting, but I'm assuming, I guess it's just that whole working your way back into it thing. She also had a new free skate that she debuted here. Personally, I didn't have a problem with her original free skate. I thought the Vivaldi one was nice and had potential to grow. That felt more like an Olympic program to me. Here we are again with yet another Billie Eilish program. Again, I just feel like they've run Billie Eilish into the ground at this point. I think the biggest thing for me is this just doesn't feel like an Olympic program. It feels like an everyday run-of-the-mill kind of program. And I feel like it's almost putting her at a disadvantage because you have Valieva, who has an Olympic program. Tuktamysheva's program is an Olympic program. Even Sasha Trusova's is an Olympic program. You can see these skaters having really great skates to this, and the music and the feel and everything from that program, just really driving it home and getting those scores to go up and creating that Olympic moment. I don't really see that happening with this program. It just feels way too generic. It's not a bad program, but it's not an Olympic program. And I think that's sad because Alyona deserves more than that. And unfortunately, this is all she got. Not too sure what was going on with the makeup. I don't know if they were going for like the Euphoria look or whatever, but it just kind of looked like she smeared glitter under her eyes. But whatever, she's gorgeous. I guess she can do whatever she wants. Overall, it was a decent skate for her. She went for the triple axel and under-rotated it, so she lost some points there. She also lost points on her 3-jump combo, the triple flip Euler. I hate saying Euler. It's a half loop, whatever. The triple flip Euler Salchow combo, she landed on the quarter turn on the Salchow, so she lost some points there. And she also under-rotated her Lutz and also lost a level in the step sequence. So she left a lot of points on the table in this one, but that's actually a good thing because that means she can continue to improve. Overall, I was just happy to see her back. She's definitely way better than she was the last couple of times we've seen her. She's getting herself back into it. I'm just hoping that they can adjust some of these programs so that they work a little better, that she can get more comfortable in the program so that she can really start performing them. And hopefully in her next competition, she'll do well. Getting the medal here is great because that gives her an opportunity to still make it to the final if she can secure a second place or better in her next competition, which should be possible. She's just got to clean up some of the mistakes and really go for it. So overall, very happy for her. Happy to see her back. I've always had a soft spot for Kostornaia. She was my favorite when she debuted. I just think she's so gorgeous and such an amazing skater, and I really want to see her do well. So fingers crossed she will build on this performance and come back even stronger at her next event. Surprise, surprise, for the 4th place finisher, it was Mai Mihara of Japan. I was so thrilled to see her finish 4th here. I figured if she came out and skated well, she had a great shot of sticking within the top 5 or 6. I did not expect some of the skaters who came out to skate the way that they did, and that left the door open for her, and she blew through it. Her short program started off pretty decently. She lost a few points on her combo, landing on the quarter turn, and then also a little bit on her step sequence, but it was a clean performance. I guess it was just a matter of her kind of working her way back into it. That's how it is with the judges. After you've been gone for a minute, it's almost like they start you over again for some reason. I mean, I was appalled at some of the scores she was getting because Mai has always been a beautiful skater. So some of the lower 7s that I was seeing, I kind of wanted to come through the screen and like choke some judges, but that's okay because she showed everybody what she was about in the free skate, came out, nailed everything. Level 4s on everything. Triple Lutz, triple toe, double axel, triple toe, 3-jump combo. She gave such a beautiful performance. The crowd cheered after she finished and were standing up and still cheering as she was getting off of the ice. Like, everybody knows her story, so to see her back and strong and having the stamina to get through this program and not only get through it, but just shine in it. She was absolutely beautiful. She ended up finishing 3rd overall in the free skate, which was enough to move her up from 7th to finish 4th. I'm so proud of her. I really am. And again, it just shows that she's back. You know, she improved upon her last competition where she was at Asian Open. I think her score was around like a 202, 203, so plus 7 points right there. As she continues to skate, you know, the judges will start giving her a little bit more in components, so that score will go up somewhat. I'm just happy for her. I'm so happy to see her out there. It's great to see skaters who are enjoying what they're doing. And you can tell just by looking at Mai that she is so grateful and so happy to be back out there competing. So to see her finish 4th here, so happy for her. Good luck to her on her next competition. Yay, Mai. Finishing 5th here was Alysa Liu. This was her debut on the Grand Prix. She started off pretty well in the short program. She went for the triple axel, landed it, but it was under-rotated, so she lost some points on it. She also got a ding on her triple flip, but didn't lose any points on it. She just didn't get as much in terms of her GOE. The combo was clean. Everything was level 4. I love the program on her. I love the new dress. Everything was really good. It was a solid performance for her. 73.63. She was 4th and very much in it for the bronze medal. Unfortunately, she ran into a couple of problems in the free skate. She opened up with the triple axel, but it got a downgrade and she fell on it. So massive loss of points there, plus that 1 point deduction. She under rotated the triple flip in her 3-jump combo, and then also under rotated the triple toe, and then also got a quarter turn. So this is what I was worried about when it came to Alysa. She's a gorgeous skater, but her jumps are somewhat borderline. So it really is kind of a toss-up whether or not she's going to score well or whether or not she's going to look as though she scores well, and then the scores come up, and then we see that she's lost a bunch of points due to under rotations and quarter turns, and that's exactly what happened in her free skate. The good news is, even with the downgrades and the under rotations, she still scored pretty well, which means that if she can clean up some of these jumps, her scores will go even higher. The judges are giving her the nod in terms of the program component scores, which I think is great, because I really felt that was going to be one of the areas that she was held back in. She's getting decent components, so now she has to bring the technical stuff. She's got to get these jumps rotated. She's got to get more ride out of them to make the judges see that they're secure, to make it so that the technical panel isn't following her with a microscope every time she leaves the ice. That's what she's going to have to do. So overall, it wasn't a terrible outing for her. I know a lot of people were expecting her to be possibly on the podium and maybe a third place position. So for her to come in fifth was pretty much underperforming. But even with that, she's still the top American. You know, her score is higher than what we've seen from the other women so far. And she has the potential to score way higher than. Not her best, but something to build on. So fingers crossed at her next event, she'll be able to increase that score and get rid of some of those under rotations and quarter turns and hopefully have a much better performance. As for everybody else, Wakaba Higuchi finishing in 6th place here. I thought her short program was beautiful. I love her free skate. The triple axel in the free skate was so beautiful. Unfortunately, she did that thing that she does. She ended up popping that triple Lutz. At some point, she's going to get it together. But overall, still a really good performance for her here. Very narrowly in 6th place, and very clear to see that if she can clean up some of these errors that she has, she can be in contention with the rest of these skaters. Hyein Lee of Korea had a really beautiful free skate. She skated to Homage to Korea, which was the exact same edit that Yuna Kim skated to back in 2011, and she performed so beautifully afterwards. She was very emotional. She cried. It was just such a pretty performance, so that was special to see. Mana Kawabe came in 9th place here, but her big moment was in the free skate. She went for the triple axel and landed it. It was on the quarter turn, but it looked great. So hopefully she'll be able to clean up some of the other issues she had. She had several landings on the quarter turn, but she can get those around. She's definitely going to put herself in the mix. As for Karen Chen, it was a bit of a disaster for her. Her short program was fine. She ended up placing 6th overall, which put her in that final group. The free skate, just watching it, it looked like it was going great. Like she was landing everything. And then in her last 2 jumping passes, she just completely ate it. She fell really hard on her triple Lutz and then again on her loop. It turns out it was way worse than that. She only rotated 1 triple in that whole program. Everything else was under rotated. The 2 that she fell on were downgrades. She had some quarter landings. She had a little bit of everything. Like, it was a disaster. Not the way that she wanted to open up her season here. She has another opportunity to come out and do better. If she can't, she's seriously going to be hurting her chances at getting one of those spots. Very quickly, just wanted to give congratulations to Nathan Chen. He bounced back big time after what happened at Skate America, where he finished 3rd. He came back here and nailed it, just like I hoped he would. You know, there's always a little bit of fear, like, oh no, is he coming apart? Like, what's the deal? But he pulled it back together, won here easily. And then also shout out to Jason Brown. That Centerman program is just everything that's good about skating. It really is. And then he was able to hold on, skate well enough to get the silver medal. So congratulations to both of them. So that is it for Skate Canada. Coming up this week, we have the Grand Premio d'Italia. I don't know that I said that correctly, but basically it's the Italian Grand Prix. This is the replacement for Cup of China, so should be a good one. I will have a preview coming on that one pretty soon, so look out for it. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Okay, bye.